Hey, what's up, students? Let's do the offhand band. We got to find the GCF of these two monomials. So, much like finding the GCF of regular numbers, monomials are not much different. So, the first number that 15 and 25 have in common, GCF, is number 5. 5 is the most that I could take out of there without making a mess. How do I know that? Well, if I made a factor tree really quick, 15 can be broken down into 5 times 3. 25 is 5 times 5. They have a 5 in common. Boom, GCF. Now, what's the most that you could take out of the variables without making a mess? This is kind of weird, but it's actually just the smaller of the two variables, okay? So if you got to think division, if you can divide this and this by a 5, without making a mess, which that's why I picked 5. That's the most I could take without making a mess. The most you could divide an x to the 3 and an x to the 4 is actually an x to the 3. Okay, so if I list those out, so x to the 3 is actually x times x times x. X to the 4 is actually an x times x times x times x. So if I were to divide those by the same thing, I could divide by a single x. I won't make a mess because they would just cancel. I could divide by a second x, and they would just cancel. I won't make a mess. I could divide by a third x, and I won't make a mess. And then, I can't do any more because I ran out of x's. Okay, that's why there's a single x left over. So basically, you stop when you run out, and you'd run out at 3, just like the 5. Okay, you could keep going, but you're not going to make a pretty number. 5 is where you have to stop because you literally can't take out any more without making a mess. The same idea with variables, right? So basically, you just pick the smallest one. So it's kind of weird, but it's actually kind of easy. You just pick the smallest one. X to the 3 is smaller than x to the 4. Boom, there's my GCF, okay? That's the most I could take out of these without making a mess, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and divide that and show you what I mean, okay? So if I took this and divided by that, I would just get a 3. If I tried any more than 5x to the 3, I would make a mess. Okay, it's not going to be pretty. 25x to the 4 divided by 5x to the 3 is going to be just a 5x. Okay, if I try to take out more, it would not be pretty. I could take out more, but it's got to be a common factor. Okay, it's got to be the exact same thing. This is the number where I can take the most out of each of them, and I won't make a mess when I do division. All right, that is the offhand band.